Hey there, Walt here from WaltInPA, and you are catching me on a wonderful Sunday as I visit several Pennsylvania covered bridges down in Chester County outside of Phoenixville. I just wrapped up the third video in that series. First, we stopped at Kennedy Covered Bridge, then we stopped at Rapp's Dam Covered Bridge, and finally we stopped at Sheeder-Hall Covered Bridge. And now that that series is concluded, I am now on my way to meet the fellas from the WaltInPA Discord. I'm going to be meeting up with TrekkieMoto, another person that I can't remember their handle. I've never met them before, so this will be our first meeting. And it sounds like Goofy may be joining us. He sent me a text message while I stopped at the Sheeder-Hall Bridge asking, which direction we were traveling. Maybe we could link up. And I believe that perhaps Oldsman may also be able to make it. So it should be a really fun afternoon, just riding to nowhere in particular. I'm not really sure where we're gonna go. I'm gonna let Treky lead the way because I just don't want to today. I want to be in the back of the pack, just meandering along, taking in the sights and scenery. I don't want to have to worry about navigating, pointing us in the right direction. Just gonna enjoy the sights and chop it up on the comms. I'm really looking forward to it. In fact, group riding as a whole is probably my favorite form of riding, which sounds a bit strange given that I do all these motovlogs and they're almost always solo. Riding by yourself is very therapeutic. I don't know, it's almost as if the camera becomes my therapist, where I can just talk out loud and get things off my mind. Sometimes they're not really of any importance, but it's fun and I enjoy doing it. But when I get to ride with my friends, I find it immensely more enjoyable because there's almost always banter over the comms. We just have a good time. It's great catching up. As the 3 or 4 or 5 of us are rolling down the road, we're pointing things out to one another. I mean, hazards obviously, but sometimes, hey, there's this cool thing coming up, keep an eye out for it, that sort of thing. And it's always a pleasure. I really appreciate those guys taking time to get together and ride. Speaking of sights, there's a cool old church up there. Got the wide angle lens on the GoPro, so you may not be able to see it in all its glory. I've tried to take pictures up there, but the parking lot is so shallow that you can't get the top of the spire in with the bike at the same time, not unless you go like ultra wide angle, and then it's just hard to see anything. So cool. Oh, you know what, there's a parking lot on the side. I could probably take a picture from there, but I digress. So before I left, actually last night, Treky and I were chatting on Discord, and I kind of dropped a hint. I was like, hey, are you bringing along your spare Sena so that you can record the comms? Because I really enjoy those videos after he puts them together. It's fun reliving that banter. It didn't sound like he was too enthusiastic about the workload of doing all that, but maybe, if we're lucky, we'll see a TrekkieMoto ride video with comms chatter, and they're my favorite TrekkieMoto videos. Ooh, I see a couple of motorcycles. Don't know if those are my guys or not. None of them look like Treky. Oh, another group of motorcycles, and that one looks like Treky. Good day to be out riding, clearly. Yep, he's waving to me. That's Treky.
Your destination is on the right.
this was an unplanned stop. South Perkasie Covered Bridge. As you can see, this one has seen better days. A hurricane came through a couple years back and caused massive flooding in this park. Lifted the bridge off of its frame because it was moved from a prior location and set down in here to be preserved as a historical landmark. It was no longer over a body of water. And, you know, people come out here and walk over it. And, yeah, floodwaters had other ideas. Picked it up, moved it. It's in a state of disrepair right now. I believe Perkasie, I don't know whether it's a town or a borough, has arranged for the repair of said bridge. I think they're just waiting on federal funding to get the repairs underway. So this was an unplanned stop on a group ride with Treky and Company. Well, our group ride is just now breaking up. We had ourselves some lunch at Liberty Union. I think this is Kimberton, that area thereabouts. And big thank you to TrekkieMoto for paying for lunch. It was very unexpected. Got to meet Sakar. It was nice riding with him for the first time. The group ride was a lot of fun. We wound up going from that Route 401 Wawa, where we met, all the way up into the Perkasie area to meet up with Oldsman. Then we went from Perkasie way back down, kind of close to where we started from, to grab lunch at Liberty Union. It looked like we might be able to meet up with Goofy, but he got out of his thing late and we just weren't able to cross paths as hoped. It was actually part of the reasons why we came back to the Phoenixville area, so that we'd be much closer to him when he became available. It just didn't quite work out. Not a big deal. We will catch him next time. Hopefully there'll be many, many group rides throughout the summer months.